What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here today playing another P40 Cup match. Today taking on Derbyshire, and man, we got off to the perfect start. 4 for 307 off our 40 overs, so just an absolutely outstanding batting performance there. Doing pretty well with the ball too. 3 for 53 after 11 overs. We've just been brought into the attack. Hopefully we can go pick up some wickets. To go with, I guess, the few runs that we scored. So we scored, we cameo towards the end, 13 off 7, which included a 6 first ball. So when you think 6 off 1, you know, it's not too bad. But any runs towards the end are crucial, and they really helped us go and get up across that 300 line. So that's just the psychological advantage. So we've got that in the head now, and Derbyshire are down a couple of wickets early on. So that's not good. It's not good for them. But hopefully we can go and really capitalise on this with the required run rate now, with still 29 overs, just about 28 overs left, is now up above 9. And we've started off in our normal fashion with bowling 5 dot balls, and no doubt this one here will will probably be hit away. We've hit... What? I just had a cheeky LBW appeal just because I could. I'm pretty sure he hit it. But there's no reviews. We'll take it. I forgot there's no reviews. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. So what a start. 5 dot balls normally means they're going to get at least something off the last ball, but we managed to go and pick up a wicket, so very well done there. Right, moving on. Last night, 4 games of international cricket on. 2 one-days, 2 test matches. So a lot of cricket going on. I'm going to start off first with probably the biggest game of the lot. India versus South Africa, which saw Virat Kohli score his 23rd, I think, one-day international 100. I think he was 112, possibly. As India got I think they got 299 for about 8. So, a good total. South Africa couldn't quite get there. They were playing, when I looked at the lineup, a bit strange. Chris Morris playing at 7, so they were kind of playing, I guess, a batsman light, would you guess? And that's with JP Duminy being out injured. So, with him out, it kind of, I guess, disturbs the balance of the team a little bit. You've got Behardine, who normally bats at number 7, who pretty much is in the side for his batting. He will bowl you a couple of overs if you do need, but normally between him and JP Duminy, you'll get that 5th bowler out of them, but not the case this game. Behardine batting at 6, and it really just, I wouldn't say it upset the order a little bit, but yeah, I think they went in probably a batsman or maybe a batting all-rounder too light, just because they didn't really have it towards the end. And that showed AB de Villiers. He scored, I think, 112. So God knows how many ODI centuries that guy has. But between him and Kohli, they must have a hell of a lot. But it wasn't enough. It wasn't quite enough, that 112. I think they fell about 30 runs short. Ooh, I thought my guy was going to get there. They're honestly just taking me on. Bowled a maiden first up. Go for 14 the next over. What is this? It's getting blocked out and then boom. I think the fielding restrictions will be over now though. Beautiful. Back to what we know and love. So yeah, not quite enough. As I said, de Villiers, he scored 112. I don't know if anyone else really scored too many. I think it was just like starts here and there. Interesting. Well, something that was interesting. Miller didn't open the innings. He had opened, I think, in the 2nd and the 3rd one-days, but didn't open in this one. And maybe that had something to do with the lack of batsmen, shall we say. Oh, come down. We don't want to do that. We want to change the field. But yeah, the lack of batting depth, I guess you'd probably say, rather than the lack of batsmen. Because still, I mean, in that top 5, some very quality batsmen. The likes. My God, my words are all over the place this morning. Likes of Quinton de Kock, obviously de Villiers himself, Faf du Plessis, and Hashim Amla. So you can't forget about him either, because he's one of the great. I would say he's a very good batsman. Like, you look at his record, and it's a very, very good record. So there was that game. There was a one-day that probably didn't get too much publicity, which was Zimbabwe versus Afghanistan. But Afghanistan managed to win that one. So 5-game series, that's 2-2 as well. So 2-2 in the India-South Africa series. I think it's 2-2 in the Zimbabwe-Afghanistan series as well, which is good for Afghanistan to be going and playing against, you know, these teams. Zimbabwe is a test-playing nation. So it's good to be playing against them and competing against them as well. And I think that's what more of those smaller nations, shall we say, need to go. And they need to play against each other a lot more, along with playing with the bigger test match nations as well. So so that's gone and done. Speaking of test match playing nations, now we'll move on to the other one. So the first one I'm going to talk about, Pakistan, England, which is going on. Second test going on over there. My words are all over the place this morning. I am honestly having a drink. Oh crap, I just spilled it. I'm not having a good start this morning. At all. Spilt my orange juice. It's all over me. Can't say my words properly. What else can go wrong, surely? I was going to say we can't pick up any more wickets. We picked up that one in the first over, but that seems to be all we've got so far. But yeah, back onto that. So that was kind of a case. I think, you know, Pakistan will be pretty happy with what they've got. I think they're about I can't remember if it's 230 or 280 for 4. I think it's 280 for 4 at stumps on day one. And similar kind of thing, like a lot of batsmen went and got starts, but then couldn't go and capitalise on. And these were a bit more than starts. Like they got up to 50, I think, a few of them. Misbah ul Haq was he was the mainstay of the side. I think he's unbeaten at the moment on about 100. I think he's on about 110. He might be on about the same. He might be 112. Maybe Avid de Villiers isn't 112. I can't remember. Bring me back into the bowling attack. Come on. You can't leave me out of this. I've still got 4 overs left to go. You've got to use me. Use me while you can. So yeah, that one was there. I hope it's not like another one of those pitches that they played on in the first test that was really just a bit of a dead rubber and was just a batting paradise kind of thing, because we don't want that. I mean, the last day of the first test was entertaining as hell. The first 4 days were boring as. God, that's massive. I'm getting taken apart today, considering I think I went for a maiden first up, and then I went for 14, and I'm just getting picked apart. And it doesn't help when you're bowling no balls either, because they get free hits. This has been an expensive over so far. It's 12 over. I don't understand that. It comes to a free hit in this game, and batsmen just go and nudge it down to your men at mid-on and mid-off. I don't understand. Rotate the strike man. You got 12 off it. You just need ones. So, well, they don't need ones. They need more than ones because they need 10 and over from here. But anyway, enough about that. And the final test match, Sri Lanka versus West Indies, which quite surprisingly, West Indies bowled the Sri Lankans out very, very cheaply. And I think Sri Lanka really are missing, you know, those big players that have got that big status. You know, the Sangakaras, the Jayawardners. You know, they're really trying to rebuild after them, and I just don't think they've got the players coming through at the present to really be, well, I wouldn't call, I mean, no offence to Sri Lankan cricket, but I wouldn't call them like a powerhouse in world cricket. But they are still a very good cricketing nation. Like, they're up towards the top. It just depends. I mean, I think it's only going to get harder for them because Harath, I can't imagine, has got too many years left in him. And so once he goes, that's probably, I guess that's a real changing of the tide when he goes. Just because of, you know, the ones that are left. And we are getting absolutely picked off here. This Johnson fella is just taking us apart. Getting hammered. 1 for 41 off, I think, 5 overs. He goes again. Can't do anything. I honestly cannot do anything. 50 partnership for these two. He's just working everything to the leg side. Could you not have completed that run? I want a bowl to the other guy, because you're just absolutely taking me apart, Johnson. But back to that test. So yeah, Sri Lanka were bowled out very cheaply on day one. West Indies in at the moment. They haven't scored too many from memory, but just the one down. So I think about 17 for 1. I can't remember what they're chasing, but yeah. So a very eventful day cricket-wise yesterday. A lot of games going on. 4 games, 4 international games, which is just, like, it is just crazy. And I just realised we're going at 8 and over. Wow. I've got to change my field. That is the only shot they're playing. They've played that shot time and time again. Deep backwards square. Alright. Let's try this. Because that is like their only shot that they're playing. And then they get one in exactly the same position. Probably on leg stump that they go and guide or cut down to third man. Unbelievable. The game should be in the bag. I mean, 158 needed now from 57 deliveries. So it's probably not going to happen unless we get some miracle. Okay, what can we do with this guy? This is the same. I haven't changed the field for him. And he still manages to get it over the rope. Jesus Christ, who is this guy? This guy is just tapping us apart. Yes, get off strike. Still 12 off the over with one ball left to go. This has been an absolute demolition derby today. Derby? What one is it? Is it Derby or Derby? I'm not sure. Oh, and that one's gone through too. 4 more. What's that? 16 off the over. Good golly. We are getting taken to today. 7. Whew. Yeah, damn right I should not be able to bowl out my 8 overs. I wouldn't bowl me out either. That is atrocious. Lee's man of the match, 122. We go, as we said, 13 off 7. And 1 for 63 off 7 overs. Absolutely disgusting bowling, I would say. Rashid bowled pretty well, 1 for 23. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Do hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please remember to leave a like. If you are new, please do subscribe. Make sure you check out my Facebook and Twitter. Links to that can be found down below in the description. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. I've got some more Rugby League Live carrying on with the Parramatta Eels in that career mode. Hope you have a good weekend, and we'll see you later on.